Thank you. Well, I know everybody pretty much got the same thoughts on Brooksy, how nice he was and how this he was. He was gracious and everything. He really was. I tell you, my first year was his last year, and this relationship took on a funny way. I must tell you how it was. Lee May and Elrod Hendricks had to tell Brooksy, said, this kid's okay. He's really a nice kid. Well, he won't say nothing to me. Well, Brooksy would walk by me and he'd say, hey, how you doing, Ed? I'm doing good. That was it. That was all he got. So finally, he makes me sit down for 2 minutes, and he starts to talk to me. And I'm listening to him. Oh, okay, I got you. Now, Brooksy brings his daughter, I must tell you this, he brings his daughter onto the field. Diana. Well, anyway, Diana's here, and somehow she misled Brooksy. And I'm just talking about the many faces that you didn't see. I got to see a different one. Almost got to see it. I caused it. Well, I had just started playing video games. So Diana's talking to me on the field about video games. Well, I just started playing. I think I'm good as I'm going to be. Well, turns out she talked me into coming by and picking her up. Now, she didn't check with Brooksy on this. So we got this 21-year-old man driving up to the house to pick up his daughter and a friend to go to the arcades. Now, I find out later that he wasn't all cool with that. So I'm wondering if he left. As I drove out of the yard, he peeks out of the window like Macaulay Culkin and looking to see if I'm coming. You know, he hopes that I'll come back. So I came back. So everything was really pretty good, but that was misled a little bit. Now, the second time, he brings Diana on the field again. Now, I'm wondering where is he, the other brothers? I'm left. Brooksy's hooked up on talking to the media. And I mean, he totally forgot her. And I'm standing here and the Sharks from the other dugout are starting to hoover around Diana. and now I said, I guess this is up to me. So I have to go over and say, hey, this is Brooksy's daughter. And I have to try to tell him how old she is. I find out finally. So she was pretty big for her. So I go over and I run the Sharks off. So now what ends up happening? Oh, no, this isn't funny, Tony. You wait till you get a girl. So this is going on. So the second time, I'm telling you, she was such a lovely girl, but I'm wondering where the brothers are to protect her out here on the field. I don't need this job, but the brothers are nowhere in sight. But Brooksy, seriously, was an awesome guy for me. You know, we finally really got to talk. And when you people here in Baltimore have a shortage on crabs, and you got Brooksy and Brooks Robinson and Lee May to thank for me putting damage on the city here of Baltimore for eating crabs. There was one day I ate 6 days out of 8 days, nothing but crabs. I go home for a physical. I'm laying there, they take my blood pressure and everything, and everybody's starting to come in my room. Then they lay me on the table and they put the patches on me. I say, how you feel? I said, I feel great. Well, go back to the treadmill. So I go back to the treadmill. The two guys at the door come back and they're behind me, like to catch me off the treadmill. Well, the next thing you know, I said, hey, something's up. What's up? And they said, well, Ed, your blood pressure is just stupid. It's really up here. And I go, oh, I'm sorry. I said I ate crabs 6 out of 8 days in Baltimore. So, that's where all of that stuff came from for me to come up. But Brooksy was seriously, I'm going to miss my eating buddy. I'll tell you, when I come into town, that's what we did. We ate crabs. And the last time we had to go to a restaurant and he had a crab cake. He couldn't put the crabs away. It didn't have the speed of it. But that was my man. And he's just like everybody else. He was really a great human being. My family loved him. And that was the thing. When people came to L.A., my family, my father prepared ribs. There was other things that were prepared. Jim probably still missing half of a shoulder rub because Ralph Salvon left him. He would be rubbing his shoulder, and they said, Eddie's here. And Ralph would leave. And Jim was sitting there with oil on him, but that's just how it was. But this was really one of my best friends, and I'm going to miss him because I'm telling you, I'm going to miss eating with him, and I got to eat with him the last time I came to town. And thank you, Connie, and thank you, the rest of the Robinsons. Hey, this is some kind of man you had. He was a great man. Thank you.